So the Faculty Ambassador Initiative is a program designed for us to get more grassroots support from the union and to get a better sense of just what's going on around campus. Right now, a lot of the information that we get comes from formal grievances, from random ad hoc conversations with administrators, colleagues over coffee, and it's really hard to get a sense of what's happening on a broad scale. So the Faculty Ambassador Initiative is our opportunity to find at least one, ideally more, faculty members in each department across campus that are going to be able to bring union issues to us and to their constituents in their departments. What are you hearing? What are you seeing? What are the kinds of concerns that you're having conversations with over coffee? What are the issues that are of importance to you that you hear your colleagues talking about in the hallways? And how can the AAUP here at UNO support you? You've got a much better sense of what you need, what the risks are, what the concerns are, what weird stuff is coming from offices way above your head, and we just don't know where it's at. So the ambassadors are those folks who are going to sit in those departments and help us connect across campus. They're going to give us a way to have some cross-departmental meetings, to begin having broader discussions, and just to get a better sense of where the need is and how we can help. Without that, we can only go so far. We're also particularly concerned about misinformation and misunderstandings about what the collective bargaining agreement entails, about what the role of the union actually is on campus, about the positions the union takes, access to our agreements and what we're contractually obligated to and not to do. We'd like to be able to correct a lot of that and make sure that accurate information about our employment is widely expressed across campus. The ambassadors are going to help us figure out where the misinformation is, where it's coming from, and how we can correct it. So if you're interested in making a meaningful impact for not just your department, but UNO broadly, please consider serving as a faculty ambassador. This is the first time running the program. We're kind of making this as we go along, so you'll help define what that role looks like, what the limits are, what the requirements are. But in principle, all it amounts to is help us understand what the need is so that we can make meaningful local action across UNO's campus. What questions do you have for me about the ambassador program, Amy?
If someone is interested in participating in this way, who do they reach out to, and how do they become involved?
The easiest way is to just send me an email directly, and you can email me at my UNO account at wcooney, Cooney, at unomaha.edu, and I will then immediately move us over to our Gmail off of the UNO servers to finish that conversation. That's probably the fast way to get in touch. If you just do a Google for UNO-AAUP, though, you will run into someone's email address. And if you fire anyone on the executive committee an email saying, hey, I'd like to do this thing, they will forward that email off to me.
Okay, great. What kind of a time commitment do you think this might involve?
Honestly, if it's talking more than 90 minutes a month, I would be shocked. Really, all we're looking at would be a quick meeting with myself to see what your needs are, interests are, and kind of what we're looking to accomplish. So that's probably 15, maybe 20 minutes. And then as you have concerns, issues, things that crop up, probably enough time to fire off an email to myself or someone else on the executive committee, maybe have another coffee at some point during the month, but that's about it. So 90 minutes is the upper bound. Now, with that said, if you want to get more involved, there's certain issues you really want to engage with, I am happy to invest as much time to help you invest time where you want to make an impact. So this really is a build your own adventure kind of position. But the baseline bare minimum, hour a month, maybe 90 minutes. And then as things in your department begin to heat up, the requirement might heat up, but that's really going to be judged by you and what you think is important and a good use of your time.
Okay. So I'm going to summarize, and you correct me if I get any of this wrong. So if I summarize this, what we're really looking for in this kind of ambassador position is somebody who is interested in becoming a little more involved with the AAUP, but is really responsible for maybe gathering information and saying, this is what I've heard people care about, and giving that information to the AAUP. Like a lot of people are talking about increased insurance costs, for example, and then letting us know that that's something a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah.
Is that a good example of something that might come about?
That's a really good example. I don't think it's so much you want to get more involved in the AAUP. It's you want to get more involved in setting the direction of your work-life balance, of your work requirements in your department, and you can use the AAUP as a tool to help achieve those ends and engage in those conversations.
Okay, thank you. All right, so somebody who's really interested in kind of improving their workplace overall and maybe helping their colleagues do that as well.
Yep, and that's where the conversations would come in and bring in the information and helping us do some research and figure out where to look.
Okay, great. And that could be really helpful as we approach another bargaining year and we're looking at we're looking for the interests that people are most concerned about.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Great. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I guess the only thing I would say is that if you have found things that make you frustrated and feel as though you have not had an outlet or a way to address those, this is probably the program for you. Just 30, 45 minutes having a conversation over the couple times over the course of the term to help us figure out we can put pressure and make an impact. That's the goal.
Great. That sounds great. Thanks